Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on the power of customization. Today, we'll review the different layers of customization that are available in OPERA Cloud and how it can play a part in both the user experience for your staff, as well as the impact it could have for your operations and the guest experience. My name is Dishita, and I work in the global sales team, and I'm joined by Jatin from Solution Engineering team. Hi, Jatin.
Hello, Dishita.
So, Jatin, let me start off by saying that we understand that no hotel is the same, and it's our goal to provide a solution to the hotels that they can scale for their own needs and mold their operations. The end result of this is that the users can be presented with data that is relevant to the property and simplify the screens by removing unnecessary information. Would you start with a quick introduction on the concepts of customization and personalization? And can you please talk to us about what this means in OPERA Cloud and why this has so much value for the users?
Yes, I can do that. So the first step is giving the property the ability to customize the system for the hotel. Now, what this means is that the hotel has the ability to alter certain aspects of the application, and those changes would automatically affect the screens for all the users in the hotel. This may be something like adding a field on the guest profile to record their birthdays, or just removing certain search fields that are unnecessary, so the users are not presented with so many options. After customization, the next step is that the property can grant the users the ability to personalize their own application experience. Now, taking the customized screens for the entire property, a user can then access to make changes, such as creating their own homepage, or what we call dashboards. This might also, they might also want to see search results in different ways, or even reorder the columns in those search results because they look for certain information and want to see those fields first. This layer of personalization was created because we realized all users work and interpret data differently. So why should we all have to look at things the same way? With the various screens that are tailored to each individual property, users are going to be more efficient in navigating the PMS and spending time where it's really needed, which is with the guest.
That's great. Could we perhaps see some of this in action? Let's say I'm the system administrator at an independent hotel, and we just finished the system configuration. I would now like to see my front-end screens and start modifying any fields or buttons that I think are not needed, and perhaps review the order of the information I can see. Could you show me how that would work?
Absolutely. So within OPERA Cloud, certain users could easily enter what we call the customization mode. What's great here is that if a customer has multiple properties, changes can be made across their entire portfolio of hotels all at once, or just across a single hotel. Once we've entered customization mode, we can easily move throughout the application and make changes that would be reflected for all the users. For example, if you're looking at the search screen for guest profiles, we can select the gear icon and see all of the available search fields. If your hotel does not have a membership program, we can just click on the X of the entry to remove the field you don't need. It should be our goal to simplify the screen and help users see only those relevant screens. We know that users are going to work more efficiently when they're presented with screens that only show what they need. Now, since you don't have a membership program, you will also be able to tailor the search results and remove the columns that pertain to membership.
That's interesting. Let's dig a little deeper into what we can customize and how this can help our hotels in delivering better results. Communication is key to delivering the right service to your guests. But communication is also an important driver for operational excellence, being able to plan, to forecast, and order items needed in your operations team. Let's take another example. Say our new spa resort provides bathrobes to all their VIP guests, and we need to ensure we deliver the correct sizes to the guests. Our team needs to be able to see well in advance what is booked and if we have these sizes in stock.
That's a great example. In this scenario, we want to make sure that we enhance the guest experience for our VIP guests. So we need to make sure that the staff are asking for the guest robe sizes in advance, so we can further tailor the service we offer. But that need to inquire with the guests about the size of the robes is only if certain criteria, like being a VIP guest, is met. So let's take a look at how this can be set up for our spa hotel. If we venture to the profile search screen for my guest, we'll note that a VIP icon is visible to identify our important guests. This VIP guest status can also be noted inside the guest profile. Now, because this guest is set as a VIP, the field for the bathrobe size is shown. To better prepare for our guests, we can then use the drop-down to select the desired size for the guest. Now, please note, if this guest profile was not set as a VIP, the bathrobe field would not be visible.
That's a great example of a customization piece that I'm sure many can relate to. Something else that could be also of interest to our staff would be to look up for information on certain guests. This could be in particularly for VIPs or anyone whom the hotel would want to tailor their services for, and a quick Google search might give them either an image or extra valuable information about their interests. Now, this requires a little bit of extra configuration to automate the lookup to include certain things from a profile. But setting this up in advance will streamline the processes and make it very easy for any user to do a quick search. Could you share with us how this could be set up within OPERA Cloud?
Sure, I can do that. So using custom links within a reservation or a profile can easily be helpful for both efficiency for common tasks, as well as assist in that guest to enhance the guest service. For the example that you mentioned, we can take a look at the guest profile screen where I've picked a custom link on. We'll know that when viewing the guest profile, we have an easily visible link on the top of the page. Now, the reason this was added for my hotel is that I want the staff to have quick access to look up additional information on the guests, so we can hopefully craft a more personalized experience. While this link can easily be added to open a new web browser window to Google search, we can take that one step further and use some simple formula to also populate the guest name in the Google search box. This is going to save my users clicks and precious time. And another benefit is that we're big on recognition on the hotel. Staff can also use this opportunity to locate an image of the guest and save that to the profile so we can give them a warm welcome upon arrival. Another great example for a hotel with business travelers could be to create a link that would work similarly to the LinkedIn portal.
Well, often we find that what makes the true difference of a hotel experience is that very personalized service. Of course, that has to do with what I book and what sort of preferences I have. But what we can register on a guest profile is a great advantage to understand our guests' priorities and their patterns. An example of that could be a man's best friend, our dogs, or any other pet. More and more hotels are now accepting pets to accompany their guests. Now, I have a dog, and when I bring it to a hotel, it is rare that anything is set up in the room. In most cases, it seems that there's just an added price to my reservation and a short note saying that I'm bringing a dog. How can we better manage this information using our customization tools?
Oh, that's a good one. It's always great when we can do these small things prior to the arrival of a guest stay and to make it more memorable. So here in my hotel, on each guest reservation, we have the opportunity to choose from a drop-down menu to select if the guest is traveling with a pet. And we've come up with a list of pets the users can choose from. After the pet is selected, the next natural question could be to see if we can get the pet's name, or maybe any other information the hotel may require. When I jump over to the check-in screen, we'll see that as we are welcoming the guest and confirming the stay details, we can easily see the details of the pet and perhaps greet it by its name, and maybe with an appropriate treat.
Who doesn't love a good treat? It's easy to get carried away with ideas and examples of what we could tailor for different types of hotels. Can we switch gears now and talk about how specific users will be able to navigate the program and craft their own experiences as well?
Of course. Personalization is always fun. Let me show you a few areas where where a user can tailor some of the screens specifically for themselves. The first and perhaps the most commonly used screen is going to be the dashboard, which is currently shown. This landing screen can consist of interactive squares that we refer to as tiles. A property can grant the user the ability to pick and choose from an array of tiles to build their own dashboard to aid them in the daily tasks. The tiles provide both live information without the need to navigate to multiple screens, and also reduce the time it takes to complete tasks, as you can click on them to bring you to different areas of the program. For me, I've designed mine to reflect that possibly of the director of rooms. And I wanted to separate them based on the different departments and use the feature of adding multiple pages to keep my tiles organized. To add additional tiles, we can simply pick from the available list and select the quantity needed of that tile. Another area I want to highlight is the search results screen. Here, the users have the ability to pick between multiple methods of viewing the search results based on their preferences. These different views will help them work more efficiently with the information displayed based on the user's role and the requirement.
Like at the bell desk, for example?
Correct. So if I work at the bell desk, I may prefer the simplified list view, as I need to access minimal data. Now, if I work in the front desk, it'll be more important for me to see details on guest reservations without first opening the reservations. So the console view offers me the ability to see expanded details to each reservation. And I can switch between reservations on the left side. And finally, when we are looking at a guest profile or a reservation, again, we are all after different information based on our position. What is great about the profile and reservation screen is that we have the opportunity to select our preferred layout and details. As shown, we can design different views of different departments and see that the details shown below change. When working at the concierge desk, I just want to see simple information about the guest's upcoming reservations, some important notes and preferences that we may have learned previously. However, if I work in sales, I will be more interested in seeing the details of accounts receivable of the company profile.
Excellent. Those are some great examples. We continue to hear success stories from customers about how this flexibility for both the property and the users is allowing them to interact with the system quicker and offer more tailored services. So we love to hear about how properties are doing that's exciting and new. We hope this session was an inspiration to look into a few areas of OPERA Cloud customization. Thanks, Jatin, for sharing your ideas. And thank you, everyone, for listening in. Have a good and great day.
Thank you, everyone.